They're just going to keep going and keep going. And then I want y'all to discuss it out loud. How did they feel when their partner was talking to them, saying that negative stuff? Did it make them want to keep going? Did it make them want to give up? Some people are going to say, yeah, it really discouraged me. It made me want to give up even though I didn't. Other people take that negativity and use it as fuel to pump them up and to get them to push through and persevere. So we want to get our students to use that as fuel, not as discouragement. Now, week number four of our instructor cards, our quote is a good bit longer. It says, you don't become enormously successful without encountering and overcoming a number of extremely challenging problems. And that's by Mark Victor Hansen. Again, it says, you don't become enormously successful without encountering and overcoming a number of extremely challenging problems. And that's by Mark Victor Hansen. So our talking points say, smile in the face of adversity. You know you're about to be very successful when you have a big obstacle in front of you. Big challenges lead to big success. So a lot of people, when a very big obstacle comes up in front of them, they start getting down and they're like, oh gosh, I've broken through these little obstacles, but this is huge. And they want to give up. Other people, when they get this really big obstacle and they're facing this big adversity, they start smiling because they know that right after they break through this big obstacle, that they're about to have a big success. And that's the way it is in life. We're butting our head up against the wall. We can't break through the goal. We keep hitting this glass ceiling. We go up to 100 students and we come back down to 75. We go up to 100 students and we come back down to 80. We keep hitting this ceiling. But then all of a sudden when we break through that 100 barrier, all of a sudden you don't go from 100 to 105. You go from 100 to like 150 students. So you just have to hang in there, whether it's with your school or whether it's your students trying to have a breakthrough on something in martial arts or in life. You got to know that when you're hitting a big adversity, that just means you're going to end up having a big level of success whenever you break through it. Now, what we want to do for this is we want to create a gauntlet. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your students or some leadership people or instructors to have some body shields. And so they're going to form two lines and the students have to run through the gauntlet. We did one similar to this a few months back. So what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to run through the gauntlet. And so as they run through, your students are going to check them with the target. Be careful about headshots. Be careful about real big people hitting little people and hurting them or knocking them down. So talk to your students about the level of force they're supposed to use. Make sure that nobody is getting hurt. You may want to eliminate headshots altogether, but they got to run through the gauntlet. And then you can make it harder. You can put targets or other obstacles that they have to jump over or step over as they go through the gauntlet. So that's going to make it harder. And then if you want to make it even harder than that, then you can take a belt and you can loop it through the back of the person's belt that's having to run through the gauntlet, and you can hold on to them as they're going through the gauntlet. And so the idea is you want to make the gauntlet harder and harder and harder and harder for them so that they're going to understand, that in life, obstacles are going to get harder and harder and harder depending on what their goal and what their reward is, and discuss this with everybody. So again, we have our life lessons worksheet and we have our instructor cards. And if you are an instructor blueprint member, you're only receiving the video. If you're a marketing machine member or higher, then you have access to the video and you can also download the artwork. Now, we always wear a different school's t-shirt. This t-shirt, I hope you can see it in the screen, is from Gordon Martial Arts. If you want to send us one of your t-shirts, we'll be happy to wear it in one of our videos. Just send it to the address on the screen and we'll be happy to wear your t-shirt and give you some publicity as being a Martial Business Solutions member. Now, Gordon Martial Arts is located in Crestview, Florida. Went to Mr. Gordon's school. It's Thomas Gordon is the owner and head instructor there. And I believe it's the third time that I've been to the school. I was doing a school evaluation and I was just so impressed The first couple of times I went there, the school definitely needed some work as far as the way it looked visually. Now I would say that this school was in the top 5 schools that I've ever personally went and seen. And I've seen a lot of schools. I've traveled the world seeing schools. And they just completely redid everything about the school. There was no glass on the front of the school. And he took all the stucco off and put these big, beautiful glass windows. Redid all the flooring. New paint. New trim around everywhere. Also had just pictures that were beautifully framed and great spacing and newspaper articles and magazine coverage of the school. Just really, really impressive the way everything looked. They redid the drop ceiling, new air conditioning, just new everything. Everything has been updated. So kudos to Mr. Gordon for doing that. You can see a video of the way his school looks. Look on the virtual school tour, and it was a long school tour, so he broke it up into a couple different different parts. Really, really good school tour. And also, Mr. Gordon runs something called the Korean Martial Arts Festival. He has masters and grandmasters that he flies in from all over the country, and a couple of people from internationally that come in and they teach different sessions over a couple of days. I'm going to go volunteer. I'm going to be a guest instructor as well. I'm going to teach a session for the kids, the students that are there, and also for the instructors as well. So it's going to be a really great weekend. If you want more information about the Korean Martial Arts Festival, then I'll put information out to all the MBS members. And then you can also see more information about the Korean Martial Arts Festival on our Facebook page. So if you're a friend of me personally or one of our fans on our business page, then you'll see some more information about the Korean Martial Arts Festival as well. Again, send us one of your t-shirts and we'll be happy to wear it in one of our videos. Now, my name is Keith Scott for Martial Business.